computer. Bam! Hey, everyone. It's December 23, 20, the year of the Lord, 2020. And it's Christmas week. And I may or may not be day drunk, but I'm not. I just look like I am. If you're not getting the video portion of this, well, then I suggest you check out the YouTube page and check it out. Because I am in Santa's workshop. I have got my reindeer antlers CGI'd. I spent a lot of time and money to get this whole operation up and running. I feel I'm in the Christmas spirit. I would hope you guys are as well. I know I look ridiculous, but I feel like in my heart I look cool. And I'm recording this because unfortunately for us, Emma cannot make it this week. So we are on our own, technically speaking. And I am recording this via Zoom. So the audio on the YouTube page should sound much better. And hopefully there's audio going through that you'll be able to just listen to it like you normally do podcasts. And hopefully throughout all this, I don't sound like an elf because according to Brendan,
I hear it. It sounds like you got one of those candy canes behind you up your butt.
I have nothing up my butt.
When you started screaming, your voice was 10 octaves higher than what it normally is. There's something going on with your audio.
Can you read my sweatshirt? When I think about you, I touch my elf. There you go. Hey, I'm just trying to be positive. It's one of the last podcasts of 2020. A lot of people are shitting all over this year, including me. But I do feel ridiculous. And if I sound like an elf throughout the entire podcast, I will be upset. But who knows? The listeners will decide whether or not I do, I guess. Do I sound better, Lucas, now than I did before?
No, you sound more elfish.
How dare you, Lucas? This is a positive podcast.
Yeah, I swear you're sniffing helium on the side there. You got it.
I promise you, there is no helium here. This is crazy. This is what happens when we're left to our own devices. Everyone asks, like, oh, who's that girl in the corner? Who's the girl in the corner? She's the one that makes it all happen.
Titanic from hitting the iceberg.
You think it was sloppy before? Let Emma leave for a little bit. Give me a break, man. Holy cow. I hope I'm doing this correctly, and I hope I'm in Santa's workshop. It's cold, and so I don't get the best Wi-Fi up here. Are you guys in the Christmas spirit or no? You're not in it at all.
Watched Die Hard last night. Hell yeah. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, right. Same. Christmas movies
we watched Home Alone. Home Alone, to me, is top 5 of all time.
And a great score. Speaking John Williams.
Came on at the end. Did you ever watch that Netflix behind the movie thing? It's like this thing was like kind of not coming together, and then he was like, "No, I kind of like it. I think it's good. I like that kid, and I'll do them." And then he just got all these fucking hits. It was great. The Drifters. It's fucking. There's nothing better. By the way, we as a group, my wife and I are killing the Christmas season because Buddy the Elf, our elf on a shelf, that Jonah's super into, my youngest super into. My older one sort of looks at us like, I think I got this shit figured out. But my youngest is still very much like psyched about all the events that could possibly happen. And last night, because I've been doing so many cameos because people like Christmas presents, especially last minute ones. And during fantasy football season, it's big deal to get me to talk shit about other players during the final. So I've been doing cameos left and right. So our elf on the shelf, Buddy, heard about all these cameos and he reached out to Meredith Marakovich. Now, most of you probably won't be familiar with her, but she is the sideline reporter for the New York Yankees. And she does all the sideline stuff. And my youngest, Jonah, has a kind of a crush on her as well. So Buddy the Elf got Meredith Marakovich to send a little message to Jonah. And I just want to, I'll share it with you guys. I just want to, hold on one second. I want to pull up the video because it's worth it, but fucking, we need Emma. Damn it. Hold on. I have it. It's right here. Okay. So now let me see. Share screen. Yes. Okay. Share.
And only Steve can hear it. But it looks nice, Steve. She has a nice house.
Wait, what? You can't hear it?
Only you can hear it.
Why? God
because,
damn it.
because you're old, Steve.
What if I did this? Hold on. Let's see if this works. Ready? Hold on. Ready, guys?
Mhm.
Ready.
Hold on. Ready?
Hey Jonah, how you doing? Meredith Morakovitz here. Just to wish you a very Merry Christmas. I know Elf on the Shelf has been watching you, and you know what? I may have heard that you're a pretty good pitcher in your own right. So promise me you're going to continue to work hard on your pitching and your pitching style, and maybe one day I'll see you in the Bronx and I'll get to interview you on the field. How cool would that be? Fingers crossed that that happens in the not so distant future. I know you're a huge Yankees fan, and I bet you're wishing for DJ LeMahieu under the tree this year.
Damn
It may
right.
not happen on December 25th. I think Brian Cashman will find a way to get a deal done. So Jonah, be patient, hang in there, and I really hope Santa is good to you. Thank you so much for watching us on the S Network and for being a fan. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's. Hope to see you in the Bronx in 2021.
Bam! And that's how you do it.
Now, did you write this or did she?
No, well, all I said was, look, my youngest son Jonah is a huge Yankee / Meredith Morakovitz fan because he also is. He loves her. Like he thinks like she's so pretty and like that could be your girlfriend one day. You never know, Jonah. And so, yeah, I mean, just some details Buddy the Elf shared with with her, and then some of that she's improvised herself. The DJ LeMahieu thing, everybody wants DJ back, so I thought it was awesome. He sat there and he watched it, and it was like it blew his mind, blew it. Like the advances in technology, not since we got the Tesla and we could have the autopilot, and I put the elf in there, and then I drove the car where the kids were watching it, and they were like, "How the fuck is the elf driving the car?" Again, nailed it. Nailed it again. Did you guys
So
hear
does
it? Was it
all
auto?
We
Yeah,
could
a little
hear
bit.
it.
I mean, it was
Sounded like she was reporting out of Baghdad, but we could hear it.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was awesome, and was super psyched. And now it's like, fuck, dude, we only have one more night. Winner, chicken dinner, and then we're home free. Home fucking free. Another
And you gotta
Christmas
figure
in the
out
books.
You keep topping yourself. What are you going to do next year?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna leave. I might not be around next year. Who knows? They may not renew my contract. I might be on the chopping block. Who knows? After this year's season performance, I might be gone. It's been a great run, Steve, but we're gonna move on from you. Fuck that, dude. What are you kidding me? I'm still pulling off unbelievable tricks like this. I have Christmas spirit up the wazoo. And on Sunday, I can pick fucking winners. Okay? That's what I do. On the side, my side job is picking fucking winners. And successfully this week, look, I know everybody, I got a lot of like, ooh, way to go out on a limb. Yeah, okay. $25 to win anyone. Doesn't seem remarkable,
Well,
but when you put $100 on yourself and you win by 380, you're like, oh shit, okay, cool. I match myself. I believe in myself. I'm not going to leave my friend out in the cold on Christmas. Yeah, again, he's not eating, fucking T-bone steak, cheese, eggs, and Welch's grape, but he'll have a pot pie. And he'll be thankful for it.
Mm-hmm.
Am I right, Lucas?
You're damn right. And you know what? I will defend you to the death. Picking 5 games, I don't care if they look like upsets or blowouts, that is an achievement because I guarantee I don't think Brenton could pick 5 games right.
No, I don't think he can. And I know
I literally have in the past.
I don't remember
I-
you ever picking anything besides. I remember me and Lucas picking plenty of weeks of going 2 for 3.
That is
Plenty of weeks
ridiculous.
going 2 for 3.
Ridiculous.
Look, I think again, and I hope that my elf voice is now in full mode, because if me yelling at you in an elf voice with antlers and stuff, I want this whole
He's an
visual.
Angry elf.
I'm saying to you, you are mixing your fantasy with your fantasy football prowess with your fucking picking winners on Sunday. That you
Okay,
cannot do.
And that's why I have another little fold in this thing that I'm going to offer up to Lucas this week from my generous heart. And I am going to win him some money.
Look, do what you want. It's the end of the year. It's tax season. Maybe the guy won't have to, go through his couch to find change to get to pay the tax bill. Maybe you can help him out a little bit, just a little bit, But I can't fault you. You're a great fantasy football player. Did you win us all $2 million this year?
I did not win $2 million.
You didn't. What happened?
Didn't do it. I believe too much in Alvin Kamara, despite the fact that Drew Brees was coming back from a 4-week injury and most of the field was on him. If I had just faded him and gone with my gut, would have done much better.
Where did you end up? Do you know where you finished?
84th.
84th out of 220, or was it 205?
200.
Look,
84th
not
best
bad,
player this season.
perhaps, yeah. Yep. Okay. Something to work on. Did you win any money though on the side this weekend?
Yeah, 10K.
10K. And how?
And they
and
sent
10K.
me. Look, they sent me this jacket. They gave me a $200 DoorDash gift card. I got a TV speaker. They sent a brand new Bose TV speaker and a bunch of swag. It was pretty cool.
What did you
and
get
then,
from DraftKings and from Brenton this week, Lucas? Nada. Nothing. Zilch.
Yeah, I just
Hey,
gave, I
I've
gave them
given-
money.
I give him advice. I've given him a lot of good advice. He's, I think, used it to some success this year. But
Well,
were you
it's certainly
also,
not
were you also
fucking-
on Alvin Kamara?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I played
Yeah.
it.
See, we just couldn't get off him. That's our mistake. And we have to fade the most obvious plays. I faded Derrick Henry, and I was right about that. I got really lucky because he had just ridiculous plays that prevented him from scoring 4 touchdowns. But I couldn't fade Kamara, and it cost me a lot
I
of
don't
money.
know what to think of the Saints.
Me neither.
I watched
Well,
that
Drew
whole
Brees
game
couldn't
on
throw-
Sunday.
Look, they're a good defense.
Drew Brees could not throw the ball. He did not throw the ball well at
Yeah.
all. He looked super old when he came back. I was like, oh, he's still very much hurt. He's very injured.
Him and Roethlisberger and Rivers are all in the same boat with just like they can manage a game and they can win it if they're doing the little short passes and everything's working. But otherwise, I mean, they all just look lost when they really have to step up. Rivers has been playing a little bit better recently, but I mean, the arms it's just not there. They're older. They're showing the wear and
Yeah,
tear.
but then look, second half, Drew Brees looked better. He had better time. Looked timing wise better, more strength. I don't know, but the first half did not look very good, not at all. He looked almost as bad
Well,
as
that
Tom
was-
Brady.
Yeah, that was a month off. You don't play for a month and you're
Yeah,
a
but-
little sloppy. And the Chiefs,
I mean,
they're actually really good against the pass. They can't really cover the middle of the field and they suck against the run, but their pass defense is one of the better pass defenses in the league, and people sleep on them. So it wasn't
no,
like a
you're
total-
right.
but they were in that game. They were in it. They can
He's
compete.
right.
And honestly, if the guy had fallen on the ball in the end zone and it had been a touchdown and not a safety on that defensive play, they would have tied the game, and who knows what could have happened. Because the Chiefs are the best team, but they have this really bad habit of just taking their foot off the pedal when they have teams up against the ropes. They haven't knocked anybody out yet.
I mean, I think
They
they've
don't
won
need
these
to,
last
though.
couple games by 7 or less.
Yeah, exactly. But they had huge leads in all but the Miami game. And then the other teams just kind of crawled back.
Would you want to be on or a Steelers fan right now? Because it looks like a sinking ship. And I watched a lot of that game, and either Big Ben is talk about quarterbacks who have just lost. He wants to throw the deep ball and it ain't there anymore.
Yeah.
We watched it on Monday. They just, they looked 17-0 in the first half. I made a bet with our other Patreon members and Brenton that I said at some point I think the Steelers will tie it up, but he never could get there. They almost did better running the ball, which they would.
But I think what we learned on Monday was that it isn't Deontay Johnson just dropping the football. It's Ben can't throw to him. He had
problems.
He had like a couple of really bad drops where they were right in his hands, but the rest of them, if you go back and look at them, they actually were just bad throws that were kind of like, 50-50 balls or 40-60 balls that Deontay couldn't come up with. And just because he had a couple of bad drops, people are like, oh, it's Deontay. It isn't Deontay. It's Ben. He's not reading the defenses and his arm is gone.
Well, also,
Juju danced on the. Oh, God.
Yeah. Well, Ben, I think out of like the Rivers and the Breeze, and he's the laziest of the kind of older quarterbacks.
Yeah.
So like seeing him age is harder than them because, you see a guy who, when he's in his late 30s or, in 40s, who didn't treat himself well in his 20s and 30s.
No. Athletically, he just looks puffy.
Yeah.
Compared to everybody else in the league, he even like linemen that weigh 100 pounds more than him, he looks puffy.
Yeah, if he did TB12, he could play another 5 years, but I think it's too late for that.
Yeah.
I love everybody making a big deal about Juju Smith-Schuster dancing on the emblems of
him.
all the.
Fuck him. You get to dance when you win. Do it after.
Yeah.
Don't do it before. Because you know what? It's not even that him dancing is like, come on, man. It's pissing off the other team. You don't think now the guys on the Bengals defense don't want to smack the shit out of him after he does this little dance on their emblem, which is disrespectful? Wait till after the game. Do it as a victory dance. Don't preemptively celebrate and then get your ass kicked by the Bengals. That wasn't even a game.
You think that the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Bengals need more? They care more about Juju Smith dancing than they do the rivalry that's been going on between those two teams for the last 20 years. They don't need more motivation. They don't give a fuck.
Dagger. You don't think the Bills, when they saw him dancing on they fucking hate that shit. It's just one more thing. Like, look at this motherfucker. They're gonna want to kill him.
And then you got Claypool.
They're professional football players and professional athletes.
And now they have motivation to not like the guy.
What? Oh, to not like the guy. Okay.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck? They're not trying to kill anyone.
They
did crush him. It doesn't,
Steve, we're grown men. We're grown men. These are still kids. They are competitive as fuck. They are petty as fuck. They're like, fuck this TikTok
the guy's doing
star.
some fucking wacky Fortnite.
I'm gonna knock the shit out of him, and I'm gonna be a meme.
Well, they did. They caused a fumble.
Yeah. Exactly. And now it's become a thing. The fact that people are talking about it, it's another little distraction in this just avalanche of shit going wrong for the Steelers, and it's motivating other teams to step up their game and beat them. You don't
I really
do shit
don't
like
think
that. Don't give the opponent anything.
I agree with you. I wouldn't do it. I don't think it's the greatest idea, but I don't think anyone in the Bengals locker room is sitting there like, I came to fucking play today, but now that this guy danced on our emblem, I'm gonna go nuts. It's like, what are you talking? Like, they all they're saying, like, yeah.
Look,
you want to beat our division rival.
Yeah, they're still going to play the way they play. I'm just saying, like, if you saw Juju coming over the middle versus anyone else who wasn't dancing right before the game started, you're probably going to take a shot at him and take a cheap shot and try to hurt him versus any other guy.
First of all, I didn't even know that was a dance. I thought he was having a seizure. I thought he was an inactive player then. I thought they were going to take him. I'm like, this guy needs a
Well,
stretcher.
put your money.
But then
put your
I-
money where your mouth is. You need to recreate the dance. Let's see who does
I'm
it
not a
better, and I'll
Tik-
put them side by side. Oh, you're
If
gonna
I-
be. You're gonna
if-
be a TikTok star.
No, I heard that those were TikTok dances. I thought they were Fortnite
Yeah.
dances. I started doing them to my kid. My kids are like, "What the fuck are you doing, Dad?" I was like, "I'm doing those TikTok the Fortnite dances." They go, "Those are not Fortnite dances." I don't know. Look, my point is like, I don't think professional athletes who get paid to play this game and are going to need any more special motivation. I wouldn't do it myself, but I
But
don't
they-
think it's
they
like
do.
a biggest deal. All
They
right.
do. There's always
Well-
that little thing. And he's giving it to him for free. I'm just saying, wait till after the game. You've won. You beat the Bengals by 40
They
points.
should be more worried about the
Piss him
fact
off.
that they're on a 3-game losing streak and that they can't seem to run the ball. Or actually, they actually ran it okay, but their quarterback, they're never getting it all together. They're never running it and throwing it well at the same time. It's either they're relying on one because the other one's not working. That seems to be the MO for the last couple of weeks, and they got to
Well-
figure it out because they are going to make the playoffs, and they're probably going to be a first-round knockout to a gift to another team. A little spoiler alert, I got them losing this week. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I got them losing this week. So, just saying.
Sorry. The
I think
voice
they're going to
is
lose
so
4 in a row.
ridiculous.
Wait, is it bad? Is it real? Oh, no.
I got them losing this week. Just a spoiler alert. They're going to drop another one.
It's hard to take you serious.
Because this is going to be the only audio that we have for this
Yeah.
whole thing. So,
Yeah.
oh, man, this isn't going to be good at all.
Oh, someday I'll
Fuck.
be a real boy.
By the way, very funny.
Oh,
Um,
you want to talk? You want to talk
I-
about though doing things that ruin the team? Dwayne Haskins may have just won you the division.
Look, I know because he didn't wear a mask and they put him into
But
but
even if he was
I'm
wearing
not-
a
I was
mask, he
never-
can't go out to the strip club. That's like rule number 1.
I
Don't
know.
go outside, dummy.
I know, but I honestly thought Dwayne Haskins playing was my best option as to win the division.
yeah. Yeah.
Like that was my I was happy that he was the option that they were going to.
Yeah, you're right on that.
But you know,
Yes,
so
but now they may have to go back to Alex Smith, who probably isn't ready. He's not 100%. Or they got to bring somebody up from God knows where. I don't even know who their practice squad QBs are. Because Haskins could be, maybe he gets to play this week, but he's probably going to be suspended while the NFL figures it out, which is ridiculous. He admitted it, suspended. That's the rule.
I don't care. I don't care if Daniel Jones has to tape his leg on this week. He's got to come back and play these last 2 weeks. He's got to come back and play well and play effective. We got to win these last 2 weeks. We got to
Yeah.
beat the Ravens. We can do it.
Otherwise,
gotta
the
do it.
Cowboys might win. And
Oh my
nobody wants
God.
that. Nobody wants
Nobody.
that for Christmas.
I saw that game. I was like, Cowboys. I stared at the Cowboys, Eagles, Cowboy. I go, I want the whole place to explode. I can't pick this game. I stayed away from it. The Giants were a colossal sort of disappointment. I mean, look, they kept Baker Mayfield sort of in check, and I think that's a hard thing to do right now. I think he's locked and loaded, but you know, the offense was not great. I don't know how Evan Ingram made the Pro Bowl. I mean, look, the guy's the best player on our team, I think, but completely unwarranted. I have to be honest, being in New York, with even the way the Giants being close to the playoffs, possibly winning the division, and the Jets actually winning this week, I'm telling you, the talk of even downstate are the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
The fact they won the division, the fact that they showed up at the airport completely against CDC policy, 100%.
There were
You know,
a lot
I know
of
everyone's
mess,
like, but-
though. It's fine. It's outside.
Yeah, and they were outdoors, but they were on top of each other, like they were humping each other. And look, when Governor Cuomo was asked about it, he's like, look, I don't approve of gatherings, but if any bad gatherings are good gatherings, this was a good bad gathering. and he was happy about it.
Sidebar: he also announced that he's probably going to allow 6,700 fans for Bills playoff games. So we
Well,
will
there
have
was
a little bit
talk
of the mafia.
about doing two things, about getting the Bills fans all the vaccine right away as like essential workers for the playoffs so they can go. Or there was this company that was like, we should do rapid testing. And then like the health supervisor of Erie County, which is where Buffalo is, like, I am not giving 35,000 tests to fans of a football club. And I think that guy was murdered like a half hour later. They
Yep.
killed him. He's
Good.
dead
as
now.
he should have been.
Yep.
Yeah. But I and again, I'm not trying, trust me, the last thing I want to do is suck your cocks. But I think with the Steelers obviously playing as poorly as they are, I think that you guys are the team to beat the Kansas City Chiefs, the number 2 seed in the division. I think that the best chance are the Bills, followed by, I think, the Colts. But I'm telling you, this
You
could
put
be
Colts over
it, guys.
The Titans'
Close.
defense is it's pretty bad. So it would really
Yeah.
have to depend on Derrick Henry running the ball all over them and Mahomes just not having
In the
any
playoffs,
possession.
I'm always going with defense. I'm always going to look at the better defense.
Yeah.
So I think the Colts, but I think Buffalo, if they play well, are the second best team and could be the one that go in there and beat Kansas City. Doesn't
And
matter, cold weather, none of that shit.
Don't sleep on the Ravens though, because they've kind of figured out who they are. In the last 3 weeks, they kind of look like they did last year.
Well, they're not going to look like that this week. They've got to lose. They've got to lose. They have to lose.
We'll
We
see.
need the Giants to win. I cannot have one of these other teams back into this division. We've got to win this thing. It's a must. Does it sound? When is it? When I go to my upper register?
Just when you get excited
Yeah.
about anything.
How?
Hear me,
Brenton,
this
what
elf.
you got? You won 2 weeks. I mean, 2 games this week.
On my
Two of your-
picks. Yeah,
on your picks, right?
yeah.
You got the Jets.
I did get the Jets.
Man, people are livid in New York. Livid that the Jets won
They
that
should
game.
be. They should
Unbelievable. Like, I
Be.
mean,
Do you
look,
think you're a bad fan if you root for your team to lose for a draft pick?
Because you're
I don't
rooting
either.
for the future of the franchise.
no, yeah, yes, but I think Sam Darnold doesn't care about that, and I think Adam Gase.
No,
just-
exactly.
I-
And I
nobody
got
wa-
into a debate with one of our Patreon listeners about it, and it's like the players don't want to lose 16 games because just because
yeah, and
the
no coach wants to go
organization-
on his resume.
but just because the organization is going to get Lawrence, that doesn't mean any of them are going to have jobs next year if they play like shit for 3 more weeks. So they want to fucking win. And I wouldn't be surprised at all if Gardner Minshew, who has a lot to prove, somehow pulls off another miracle victory these last 2 weeks and the Jets get the first pick back anyway. I mean, these guys want to win. It doesn't matter what their situation is, unless they're just standing on their Twitter soapbox screaming to be traded or released. They want to win. They're not going out there trying to lose. The coaches may be, the management
Yeah.
may be, but these guys are fucking out for
Especially
blood.
when the player coming out is a quarterback, no,
Yes.
Sam Darnold and Minshew don't want their jobs. It's like, hey, I don't want to,
Exactly.
lose so that I can lose my job on top of it. So they're going to do their best they can, even though this is probably the best they can do, and it's not that great. But for right now, the Jets. I didn't even watch that game. I couldn't even believe the score when I saw it. I was like, what the fuck's going on?
Jared Goff is what's going on.
Really?
Yeah.
He's
Well,
a man.
I
I
got-
can't believe he was the highest paid quarterback in the NFL before Mahomes got his deal.
And
Was
the
Jared-
Rams.
Did he get his before Wentz? And Wentz, right?
Yeah, he got his
Yeah.
before Wentz. But the Rams have been winning recently because they've been pounding the ball down teams' throats who don't have good rushing defenses. And the Jets, even though they're dead last in every other category, they're 8th against the run. They're literally 32 across the board on offense, defense, but when it comes to their rush defense, they are 8th, and so the Rams had to throw. And Goff just isn't a good guy. He's not a good quarterback. He doesn't look good when he's pressured. He doesn't look good when he has to make decisions. So
And the Jets
Yeah,
don't
it's,
suck as bad.
when
Yeah.
you put the game on him, he's going to lose. He's going to do what he did against.
They
the
don't
Jets.
have a 1. They have a couple 2s. Like I said, they don't have Robert Woods isn't a 1. Cooper Kupp is a guy that would be, he's a Julian Edelman, but Julian Edelman's not that good without Randy Moss. You need a 1.
Yes.
They need a Stephon Diggs. They need someone to go, I want to be the best wide receiver in the league. And it's not even going back to like Austin, what's his name? The fast kid. Like those are all 2s.
Tavon Austin.
They
Yeah.
need a legit 1.
Yeah.
Prefer like a, I hate to say it, but like a taller, big receiver that can go get the
Juju.
ball. And then you have other things to play with. And it makes your quarterback better. But
Yeah.
I don't think Jared Goff is anything. I think he was very lucky and got in the right time. And, Super Bowl year was a great, and a great run. And that was it. It was like that Joe
Yeah.
Flacco deal. Give me
Keep
that
in
money.
mind, they gave him that money after he scored 3 points in the Super Bowl. That's on
That
management.
I think a
That's
lot of that
Crazy.
fell on Homeboy, on McVay.
Yeah.
More fell on him than any fell on Goff, I think. I'm just saying, like, I think that the headline coming to that was McVay was outdueled by Belichick, and so yeah, I don't think he was, he didn't look like Joe Montana, but I don't think it was his fault they lost the game. I think there was a lot of McVay's decisions and not being able to make, adjustments on the fly.
Well, I mean, that's kind of related
But
to.
Goff-
The Jets, as far as like not getting Lawrence, I think one of the biggest takeaways from that is they won't be able to get probably as good a coach as they could have if they had the first pick. You know what I mean? Like if the Jets don't have the number 1 pick, Bill Cowher's not coming out of retirement. I'm not saying he would anyway, but like that makes that job so much more attractive.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah. I mean, especially if you were a quarterbacks guy, if you were like, I would, if you were a guy that's been retired or out of the game and, people have been asking you to come back, like, no, but you've been watching college and you're like, this kid's real good. I could do something with him. And then, got enticed. Yeah. But I don't even know who that would be. You think Cowher would come out of retirement for someone like,
I've heard the
uh,
rumor. I don't think he would.
There's a rumor that he might be interested, but nothing concrete
Yeah.
yet. But if he does go to Jacksonville, if they get the first pick, that all but guarantees that the team's not moving. I mean, that would alter the NFL because they going to London. That was the big news. Was they're talking about moving to London and someone else would go to
yeah.
Mexico
Well, the owner's
City.
from London.
Yeah, so
The owner's from
I
London,
think
right?
if he gets the first pick, that buys him at least a little bit more time where they're going to sell a record number of jerseys and season tickets, and fans are actually going to want to go just to see the kid. So it could save the team there.
Yeah.
And we don't need a team over in London. That'd be ridiculous. It
would be stupid.
The travel would be terrible.
A nightmare. Nobody wants that. I mean, it's fun to live abroad for young people for a little bit, but nobody wants to go schlep over there every fucking
Exactly.
couple. It sucks. Then again, nobody wants to go to fucking Tampa either, but for some reason they have a franchise there.
Yeah.
I watched. I don't know if you guys watched.
Sorry,
though. I watched.
Did you have? Can I ask? Did you have a bad gig in Tampa? That seemed to come out of a place of deep-rooted anger from some kind of bad set past. Was there
No,
a
I haven't
second show
performed
on
in Tampa.
Friday that you've never
No,
been
I
to
hate the
Tampa?
Devil Rays. I hate the Rays. Fuck the Rays.
Okay.
And fuck
Okay, it was a
Tom
sport-
Brady.
Sorry, it was a sports thing. I was just curious. I thought
Yeah.
maybe
No.
a second show on
The
Friday
people that.
touched you in a place that wasn't a nice place to touch you.
No, Simone lives down there now. I've got no problem with the fine people of Tampa. I'm sure they're lovely. I mean, it's a real shit box stadium they have, and it's like they accept it like it's their fucking, oh, look at this place. It's like you're playing in a
But they
like
put a boat on it.
JUCO
Steve. They
stadium.
put a boat, and the boat has a cannon, and the cannon fires when we score.
Yeah, well,
Pretty
no, I'm
cool
talking
to
about the
me.
fucking
Got a boat.
the Devil Ray. I'm talking about the Ray Stadium where you have to like stop playing because it hit the big white thing up. You know, it's like we can't even play real baseball
Yeah.
because it's like
Doesn't
game
that
off. Give me a
stadium look
break.
off balance from the outside? Like when you're outside that stadium, it looks like the Tower of Pisa.
I only drove
Doesn't
past
it?
it once, and I just it looks like a
Same.
shit box. I didn't even look at it. It looks like there's holes
You
in
just
it.
yelled angry things at it.
It's a real. It's not a fucking franchise. They don't even want to be there. That it's a spring training area. Let the spring training people,
Yeah.
Is that enough baseball you need for the rest of the year? You fucking Dick Vitale cunts down there. Look, that got a little off the rails. Charlie Woods, I watched like I could not take my eyes off of watching him and his dad play together. It was unbelievable. I don't know if you guys got a chance to see it. The competitive nature of this kid, it's he's off the charts. He's got a ridiculous looking swing, and I was interested to see what him and his dad sort of dynamic was while they were playing. And it wasn't like, it was almost like it wasn't like they were having fun after they hit good shots and stuff, but they were real focused. Both of them were super focused, and it didn't seem like Tiger had to tell him like, "Hey man, remember we got to stay focused." It almost seemed like Charlie Woods was more of the person who's like, "I really want to do well at this for whatever reason," and he was like hyper focused, and obviously you don't have to teach intensity to Tiger Woods, and they almost match each other. And it was fucking when he fist pumped, I literally was like, I'm gonna go visit my dad's grave. I was like, I'm just gonna go there and hang out. I was emotional. I was like, this is like what you dream of as a dad, to like have these kind of moments. And it was like, and not only was he good, it was fun to watch. It was good competitive golf, but it was just like, to see the dynamic between the two of them, it was I got real fucking, I got real soft and I became a pussy, and I got real emotional about it. I'm not afraid to say it. I let my emotions out. I was like, first of all, I cried because I was like, even at even though your dad's Tiger Woods, like, how is he that good already? Like, what? Something that he didn't even know about, like, probably 5 years ago, that I was working extraordinarily hard at 5 years ago. He is way, way better than I am now. Like, he would beat me heads up. He would beat a lot of people heads up right now.
But
I want to see Charlie
he's grown
Woods
up around it. He's gotten to learn from the best ever. He's gotten to be around everybody who is currently at the top, and he gets all the tricks of the trade. So and he knows how to train. His dad has taught him how to train. So he's going to
Here's
be
the next match I want to see. I want to see Charlie Woods versus, get ready, Steph Curry. And I think he'll beat Steph Curry. Heads up. I think he would beat Steph Curry. No problem.
And he's
11-year-old.
How
boy.
old? He's 11. Yeah, he's going to win.
11.
We should put money down right now about him winning a major before 25.
Before 25. I don't know what we posted that. I don't know where we got it from. I can't remember, but yeah, they're already out there.
For it. But yeah, we need to put money down on that. That's easy money. He'll win it by the time he's 20.
I mean, no one's got to have more opportunity. I'll just say that.
Exactly.
I mean, again, like sports at the young age, it's like, yeah, certain kids look great at certain levels, and then it all kind of like water finds its level. I'm not saying like, I bet you there's 11-year-olds out there that could beat him right now, but I think, none of them are going to be able to go play Augusta for the next, 4 times a year for the next, 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever the fuck they want, because their dad's won 5 jackets. So you know what I'm saying?
And have a trainer, and have a chef, and have a regiment, and just everything mapped out for you. And it's literally just comes down to either do it or don't.
But my what I was interesting to me was it didn't seem like the Earl Woods style of coaching, teaching approach. It was more Tiger had his own style. It was almost like I will meet you at the level of intensity / effort / whatever you bring to this, you know? Like I'm not going to sit there and be like, hey, let me over, you know, like I will help you where, you know, I'll stand behind you. I'm going to help you with your alignment. That's all he seemed to really do. It didn't seem like he was to get like, here's what you need to look for in this or next. It was just like, hey, yeah, I think where are you aiming the ball? I think where you told me you're aiming is where you're aiming right now. And that's all pretty much he seemed to do. It was pretty cool. It wasn't like, you know, next time on this 10-footer, you got to take a deep breath and visualize it going in. Like he didn't do any of that shit. It was just like, go have fun and we'll do the best we can. And I'll help you be as good as you can be. And I thought it was great.
Plus,
I was like,
I think it kind of reinvigorates Tiger. You know what I mean? Like it gives him a purpose to golf for 20 more years. Like they say LeBron might stay in the NBA another 5 years just so he can play with the Suns.
Dude, this is I mean, like I know a lot of these guys, you know, there've been father-son duos on the PGA Tour before. But to me, this would be like, you know, Ken Griffey Jr. and Ken Griffey Sr. hitting home runs back to back, you know, in that one game, like, or playing in the outfield together for a year. It's like, that would be insane. And to see them compete against each other would be even more incredible, you know? Mm-hmm. So, that was a fun one to watch. You know, it's just the father-son. I don't even know, PNC or something like that they call it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was awesome. I enjoyed it. But that's it for golf till, you know, 2 more weeks till the Sony, the Hawaii swing of the tour starts next year. So, yeah, fucking Christmas. I'm ready to go, dude. I'm ready to go. Bring it on Christmas Day. We got football on Christmas Day. We've got NBA on Christmas Day.
It's going to be should be a decent game.
What do you mean? The Christmas Day game?
Yeah.
What's the Friday game?
Vikings, Saints.
Saints.
I didn't take that game. I could tell you the games I will. Let's pull up some games. I've got my picks all ready to go.
First, I'm going to send Lucas his money.
Oh yeah, my $80 thanks to Steven.
Well,
81.
Don't get ahead of yourself. It's actually 56.02. You take out the 25 that was the bet, and the profit is what.
Oh yeah. So that's why I said don't buy the steak. Get the chicken pot pie.
Before we go, it was $56. Wait, what's your? It's at. Oh, here you are. Phone number. Steve.
Bam, Lucas.
Loves Lucas.
He does.
Mean, you know, between that and the $600 I have coming, I feel like a rich man.
Yeah, I was going to say,
I know.
You almost
what are you going to do with that sweet stimmy?
Congress. Getting more money than Congress.
I know.
And I'll tell you what, I've already done the math on my own picks this week, and I'm not going to outdo Congress, but I'm going to get, you know, pretty close for you. Okay. I'm going to build this thing up. And again, I'm going with 5 games. 5 games I think I really have a good beat on. I feel confident about. Now, these are a little bit tighter. I didn't go with so big of favorites as I did last week. So I think you're going to get a bigger buyout. All right. Let me pull up my picks. Here we go. All right. I've got, ready for this? The Seattle Seahawks beating the Los Angeles Rams on the money line, -125. Seattle beating the Rams. Now, again, they may stop the run, but they ain't going to stop Russell Wilson, DK Metcalf, deep. And that's going to be a thing. All fucking game
feels
long.
Like a Tyler Lockett game.
Could be a Tyler Lockett game, too. I don't mind it either way. Second game I have, money line, the Tennessee Titans over the Green Bay Packers in an upset, +145.
I got minus.
What?
Oh, you're on the money line. Sorry. I was looking at the spread.
The money line, bro. The fucking money line. I'm not taking your points. No, they're going to win that game.
I got you.
All right. I like the Chicago Bears with the new newly
Yeah.
just rejuvenated Mitchell Big Cock Trubisky taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars minus 360 on the money line. I like the Indianapolis Colts to beat the Pittsburgh Steelers to have their hand in their fourth straight loss at a minus 130 on the money line. And I like the Miami Dolphins to beat the Las Vegas Raiders minus 155 on the money line. A $25 bet would net you a grand total of $385.04, my friend. Bingo. Lock it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's locked in.
Brenton, laugh all you want.
Yeah.
I'm the only one handing people money around here.
Okay.
I like the picks. I like getting to root for Mariota. too.
I liked a couple of the picks. But
Oh,
is
really?
it,
Which ones did you disagree with? I'll change them.
Yeah, the Raiders are going to rally around Mariota, and they're going to take down the Dolphins. And I'll take them. Give me the 3 points. Because Tua's just not good. Tua's not good, and they're missing Gesicki, they're missing Parker, they're missing like all the running backs. So they got a guy Bowden that's been running the ball the last few weeks. He's a receiver. So I think the Raiders will rally around the new quarterback and they'll play hard, and we're gonna get a little bit of a nice win.
Can I defend? Let me defend Tua, though, because I think he's kind of in a situation where Josh Allen was a year or two ago, where he has no weapons. The Dolphins are going to the next 2 drafts with 2 first-round draft picks. Like, as a Bills fan, I'm actually pretty worried about Miami.
He does have weapons, though. They haven't been healthy, but he's missed a lot of throws, and he hasn't done much. They've won games because their defense has played lights out.
I hope you're right.
I'm right. I'm right. He sucks. He sucks.
No, I hope I'm right and you're wrong.
I am going to take. I've been off the Browns the whole year. They have 10 wins now, but I still don't think they've played anybody tough. And I think the Jets are able to cover the 9.5 points that they're getting right now. I'm riding the Jets again. 5th week in a row, I'm riding the Jets. I like the Steelers to figure it out. I think they come back this week and they take care of the Colts, especially if DeForest Buckner's not playing. Then, I think Connor or Snell could have a day. So I'm going to take Pittsburgh on the money line. I am going to take.
Man, we're opposite.
Yeah. I'm going to take this one's tough. The Broncos, maybe I won't touch that game, but I'm going to take the Packers just to stay opposite of you because I think you're crazy. The Packers are going to beat the Titans. Aaron Rodgers is in a zone right now, and I just don't see that defense stopping him. So I'm going to take the Packers on the money line. And where is it not on the – where's the fucking
I put all these in my bookie.
Dude, yeah, I'm on my bookie. The Giants game isn't listed here.
Giants, Ravens.
Yeah, why is it not on here?
I don't know. I got it off. I don't want anyone betting on it.
Steve, I'm with you with the Titans Packers. I think Titans win.
No.
Me too, bro.
No,
I think the Packers are due for one of those no-show weeks. They have one of these fucking right around Christmas. Aaron Rodgers is too busy handing out presents to privileged kids, and the offensive line's out partying it up, and someone's gonna get COVID last minute, and they have one of these weeks. They already have the division pretty much. The division's locked up. The conference is pretty much locked up. No one's gonna beat them so it's like really Tennessee still wants to show up and prove that they can be the second best team in the division, if not the best team. That's my thought process on it, and that's why I'm probably gonna end up winning.
I mean, fantasy-wise, too, I think my strategy looking through the lineups this week, I don't know if I'm going to play a lot of Chiefs the next 2 weeks because they kind of have the top spot in the bag. I don't see them pushing Kelsey and Hill as hard in the next 2 weeks. Maybe this weekend different, but week 17, definitely not.
Yeah.
Look, dude, I mean, think about it. You're not going to get the numbers you normally get out of these guys. If they're up 17 or 21-3 after the first half, you think they're going to risk having all those guys come back out second half? I mean, if you get to 10, you bring them back in or whatever, but it's like, the worst thing Andy Reid could do is get Patrick Mahomes fucking done for the season in a blowout in the third quarter of a game he shouldn't be in at that point, So you will have down closer games.
It's kind of cool too. With the
I'd almost say
COVID-19 list.
Reed would might even just, take a week off or just, start a guy, see a couple sequences, see a couple plays, and then bench him for the rest. Talk it out with him beforehand. Let's not make this a big deal. This is between us, and that's that. Unless you get that information, you're not going to know that. You're going to be assuming that they're going to be playing, the normal Chiefs, and I could see that happening.
Right.
So,
right. No,
might
I
not
see
be a
McCall
bad
Hardman
idea.
and Sammy Watkins doing well.
I'm going to give you a Christmas present, Lucas, and the
Yeah.
Saints are going to cover the 7 points on Christmas Day. And with
Okay.
those 5 picks, my $25 will make you $514.84. And you'll owe me an
I'm like
apology.
$100 more than me.
You'll owe me an apology when the Packers take care of business on Sunday.
If they do,
Oh
I
my
will
God.
apologize.
They
But I don't think it happens.
they are playing to lock up the number 1 seed. There is a lot to play for there.
They just don't scare me. Like
That's
I don't
fine.
watch them.
That's
and think,
fine that
this
they
is-
don't scare you, but they're playing to lock up the 1 seed.
Okay. And the Colts, or what are they playing for? To win their division, or to possibly try to get, compete with the Chiefs? So
And the Steelers
it's
are
like-
also playing to win their division.
look, the Steelers are not good.
Yeah.
They're not.
But just
not
remember,
good.
they haven't looked good for 3 weeks. Something's going on, but remember how they got there. They were an 11-0 team, and that just doesn't happen unless you're really fucking good. There's always,
Brenton,
teams
the
that go
only thing
5,
that-
6, 7, 8 wins, but it's very rare you get an 11-0 team.
The only thing that people need to remember is that I'm playing this 2 shows at the Stress Factory this Saturday, December 26th, the day after Christmas.
Mhm.
2 shows in New Jersey at their beautiful outdoor tent at 26 degrees. They have heaters. It's an outdoor tent. It's going to be fine. You won't even see my face. I'll be wearing a parka and a mask. I've got to tell jokes again. People are like, why are you doing this? I'm like, I honestly don't know how to answer that question anymore. Don't ask me why I'm doing it because this is the only thing I know how to do. And this is the only environment people will let me do it in. And I just hope people show up. Also, New Year's Eve is not canceled, believe it or not. I'll be in Arlington, Virginia, the DC Draft House, doing 1 show at 8 p.m. on New Year's Eve, and then sitting in my hotel room by myself when the ball drops.
Oh,
But
yeah.
who gives a fuck? I've got 1 show the next day and 2 after that.
Can't wait till
and
your
then we're
balls
done.
drop and your voice goes back to normal.
My balls will never drop. My parents castrated me when I was a baby. But I will say this. I was supposed to do Go ahead.
I was going to say the other thing that I wanted to do for Lucas this week is I'm going to build him a winning lineup in DraftKings on a double up, and I'll make him a little bit of cash this weekend. And I'll post that lineup before kickoff on Sunday.
Oh, what a benevolent king
Thank
he is. Oh, thank you. Thank you,
This-
Lord of the fantasy
this
world.
from the 84th ranked player on DraftKings.
Yeah, with his Nike Just Do It fucking DraftKings sweatshirt, size boys husky. Listen to me.
It's
I
a
was
man
supposed to
small.
do not
I'm kinda
not
mad
a
at
regular size
DraftKings.
man.
Yeah. I'm kind of
It's a
mad
little
that they
big.
don't sound like crowd
It's a little,
people.
little big.
It looks big.
Yeah.
It looks comfy though.
I'm going to grow into it.
I've got an update. I was supposed to do stand up. I said yes when I got here. The weekend, January 6th and 7th, or 7th and 8th in Providence, Rhode Island. So they were like, hey, yeah, do you want to come do it? I go, yes, I'd love to. Do more stand up. Let's get back out there. But I was supposed to fly home on the 6th with my family. So I said, I'll just change my flight. They can go on the 6th. I'll stay a couple days with the dog and then we'll go back. But then I received this email from JetBlue and I want to pull it up so I do not get it wrong. This is very important. So the email states, An important message about your emotional support animal. Dear Steven, recently the Department of Transportation announced that as of January 11th, 2021, emotional support animals will no longer be recognized as service animals. With this announcement comes some changes to our emotional support animal policy. Beginning January 11th, JetBlue will no longer be accepting support animals. As a courtesy, we've approved your emotional support animal to travel with you on this reservation only. If you make changes to your reservation, your emotional support animal will no longer be able to travel with you. Welcome. Well, we look forward to seeing you and welcome aboard soon. So I immediately had to cancel the gig in Providence, Rhode Island. And I said to them, I'm sorry, I'll be back at some other point, but I've got to get me and the dog back to California. Otherwise, he would have had to stay here for the rest of his life, I guess, right? I mean, they
No.
literally.
No, there's a simple solution to this. Tracy
What?
starts having night terrors. She becomes emotionally unstable, and you stay and you work the weekend.
No, because they're not even issuing it anymore. It's done, dude. It's like I said I wanted to do something, and the government was like, we've gone far enough. This national disgrace wants to do something and take advantage of a system. Shut all the loopholes, close it down. And that's literally what happened, dude. That's truly what happened.
You broke the system.
You know it, and I know it. For some reason now, Lucas, you have me second guessing my the one pick that I had.
Wait, which
It's
one? Not the
already locked
Packers.
in. You can't do
Not the
that.
Titans.
Did you lock?
Yeah, I locked it in. You said lock it in. I locked it in. That's what you do when you say lock it in. You lock it in.
All right,
Steve, I was
fine,
able to
fine. Don't
rationalize
yell at
in my
me.
head all your picks.
What was the game though?
Yeah.
The Miami game. The Miami game. Now I'm nervous about. But I'm not. I'm not anymore. I'm not.
Oh,
I was just looking
wasn't
down.
I on the opposite side of that?
I know. I did not 100% know that Derek Carr wasn't playing, but I don't really care about that anymore. I
Dude,
took
I
that
believe
game
in
because I took
Mariota.
Miami's defense.
Part of me thinks Gruden likes Mariota more than Carr.
I think so.
So I believe in
All right.
Mariota. I worry that he doesn't have the weapons and that the pass defense of Miami will be able to stop Nelson Aguilar. But he has Waller.
Yeah, and he can.
And he's
He's
got
a
legs.
little bit. He's a little bit mobile,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just something new. Maybe it provides some energy. And Miami's playing for a playoff spot, but the Raiders would love to fuck that up. There's a difference between
Brenton, are you gonna?
you have nothing to play for and you can really fuck somebody's season up.
Mm-hmm.
Are you jumping right back into basketball? Are you gonna go straight start doing fantasy basketball right away?
I gotta ease back in. Like maybe I'll throw something in on Friday because they're doing a millionaire thing. But I mean, I haven't looked at basketball. I'm not probably going to for a couple more weeks. It's all football.
I made $3 last night on the Lakers game.
Yeah.
Man, not much, but
Dude, it's something. Anytime you make money, it's a victory, even if it's a penny.
That's right. Like I made money for you this weekend.
Exactly. And it was basically pennies.
Hey, by the way, to the Whoop people, to the people who make these Whoops, they have 1,000 activities as to what you can be doing: gaming, jerking off, taking a nap. None of them have shoveling snow, which I think a lot of people do, especially on the East Coast and the Northeast. We're shoveling snow all the fucking time. And I shoveled a ton of snow and I got no calories counted for it. All right. So I want shoveling snow as a new.
I got excited for a second. I thought that was the start of an ad read that you were like, oh, we got an ad read. Here we go. Whoop. Oh, no, it was just a fuck you to Whoop. Get your shit together, Whoop.
I love this time of year, guys. Brenton didn't
Say your
win us the
favorite
$2 million. I thought we were going to get, dude, I had a dream that we were going to win. You were going to win and we were all going to get the craziest.
I told you how fucking close I was. If I had stayed off Kamara, I built 2 lineups. All my research was on the money. Like I got my quarterbacks and my running backs, my receivers all starred in my pool, and it was perfect, dude. And if I had just stayed off Kamara and I had faded him for Montgomery, we would have come in third place. That's the difference. That's the difference. Between the two lineups, went with lineup number 1 instead of number 2, 84th place instead of third place, $750,000.
I got a bottle of Bailey's, a bigger one. So Christmas Eve is going to be even wackier than Thanksgiving. Hey, guys, that's the podcast for the week. I hope everyone has a very Merry Christmas. Happy, healthy, be safe. If you have COVID, don't give it to anybody. Stay home, you filthy fuck. And we'll see you next week. Last one of the year, everyone. Talk to you guys later.
Go Bills.
Go Bills. Perfect.